Hi there, my name's Lee, I work for Micro Scooters, and today I'm going to tell you about the new addition to the Micro family, and this is the Mini to Grow, and that's designed for children from the ages of 12 months right the way up to 6 years, and I'll show you how that all works, how it comes in the box, how it comes back together, and how we adapt it and change it to grow with the child. So this is the Mini to Grow disassembled, and this is how it comes to you in a box. We've got the standard mini deck, we've got the toddler handle for the initial early years, we've got the parent handle that goes at the back, we've got the seat, we've got some footrests that go on the seat, and we've got some footrests, a new addition, that go actually on the deck. Right, with the Mini to Grow, both the parent handle and the toddler handle come with like the Mini Magic light up bulbs on the end, but only one of them has the light bar that goes in, and it comes from the factory with it in the parent one, and I'll just show you. So we're just unscrewing the light bulbs on the end, and you can see here the light bar is inside the tube. Now to get that out, you'll see on one side, you'll see there's a couple of cutouts, and on the other side there isn't. So the one there isn't, just give it a gentle push and the light bar comes out. I'm just going to show you how we fit the batteries into that. We're going to need a little screwdriver to undo this screw here. Making sure we don't lose it. There's a little clip on this side, just clip that off, and a little clip on the top, and we can just open it up. Now the direction of the batteries, the way they're going, is on the outside of this. So on this, the positive terminal is going to go to my left. I've got a couple of batteries here just to show you. There we go, the batteries are in, and we can see that it lights up. We'll shut that down, put the clip on, make it clipped in, and put the screw back in place. Now it's entirely your choice. This light bar will fit in the parent handle as it's come out of, or into the child's handle when they're sitting on the scooter in their early years. Now if you want to put it into the child's handle, I'll show you how to do it. You're just going to unscrew, and you'll see the same as what was in the parents. One side has got a couple of cutouts in it, and then cutouts sit around the light bar. So we're just going to push that inside there, and we're just going to put them inside, and that just pops in place, and that pops flush there. As I said, this is entirely your choice whether you want to see the lights or whether the child wants to see the lights. But it's completely interchangeable. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put the footrest that fits actually on the top of the deck. So I'm just going to turn it over, and with the metal part of the footrest, you'll see it's got an arrow. Yeah? So that arrow points forward, and there's a couple of vanes here that are sitting on the side of the deck, and they line up with these vanes that are on the metal bottom part of the footrest. So that just fits over there, like so. Yeah. And what we're going to do is going to flip it over, and then we've got the footrest that sits on the top, and there's two little clips, and they just push in. There we go. You just push in, and then we have the footrest in place. Right, now I'm going to fit the toddler handle into the seat assembly. So you can see we've got a little red plunger here. We need to depress that because it needs to go inside there. And this black button that I'm pressing down here, you'll see will pop out of this little hole at the bottom of the seat there. So I'm just going to press the red button in, push it down. There you go. You've seen the black button just pushed out at the bottom. So then that's fixed in place. And then what we need to do is just fix that onto the scooter. So again, we're just pushing the red, push it down, there we go, and that's clicked in place. And you can tell that's clicked in place because underneath here you can see it popping out. It might be difficult to see there, but the little red plunger is popping out at the bottom there, so it's locked in place. Right, now we've got a couple of foot pegs. Now they are different. They sit on the left and the right hand side, and they screw into the side. But there's a left hand thread and there's a right hand thread. And this is a safety feature that they've got. It's designed because where the child would have its feet, there may be a tendency for the screw thread to undo. So on the right hand side, which is this side here, this is got an anti-clockwise thread on it. And if you look on the end of the pegs, this one's got a little R on it, yeah, indicating the right hand side. So you have to screw it in anti-clockwise for it to do up. Yeah, and as the child's foot sits on here, the tendency is then for it to tighten up, as opposed to if it was the other way, it would do up. Yeah. So on the left hand side, this one has got a little L on the end, and this one screws up in the traditional way. Again, if the child's feet was on here, the tendency is to pull downwards, and that would tighten it up as opposed to loosening it. So for the final part of the assembly, all we need to do then is just slot the parent handle into place. So we're just going to pull this little plug up off the back, and again push the red plunger down. I'm just going to put it into that slot. There you go. And we've got that positive click, and the bottom of the red plunger is now locked into place. So there you go. That is the Mini to Grow, and this is the setup that you would have for a child that's probably just over 12 months old, giving the parent full control of pushing and steering over their child. So as your child gets older, and we say this about to 18 months and over, you may want to give them a bit of independence and take the parent handle off so they can take control a little bit by themselves. So we just pushed the red plunger in and pulled it out. If this black socket comes out with it, that's no worries. Just push the plunger in and that just slides back off. Just push that back in and push that plug on. So there you've got, the child has got a little bit of independence. Now depending on how confident your child is or how much independence you want to give them, you've got the option to either leave these on, the footrests on, or take them off. And to take them off, the bottom one, all we need to do is, where these little clips are, you just push them together, and that pops out, and it pops off the bottom. And again, you've got the option to leave these pegs in, and remember, as I said, you've got anti-clockwise and clockwise thread. So the right hand side, which is this one here, you have to undo it the opposite way to what you normally would. And there you go. The child then has got a little bit of independence, you know, sitting on the seat and scooting along with their feet. And we say about 18 months plus for that. So depending on your child's age, size and confidence, you may want to give them their first shot of independence on their scooting alone on their scooter. So to do that, we just need to remove this handle and seat assembly, and we've got the little red button that sits underneath the deck bit there. I'm just going to press that with my thumb, press that in and just pull it apart. There we go, and then it comes apart. And then what we need to do is remove the seat assembly from the stem, and there's a black button right at the front here. So we're just going to press that in and use my thumb to push it down, and then we're just going to press the red lock in there and just keep on pressing until the shaft comes out of the seat, and then you just refix. And there you go. That may be your child's first solo independent ride on a scooter. And we say roughly about just over 2 years old, but depending on their size and their confidence. So as you can see, this was their first go at independence on the scooter. This handlebar is fixed, so it's only going to last them probably up until over maybe 3, maybe 4, again depending on their size. But you have got the option that we have with the parent handle is we swap it over. So to do that, we're just going to again press the red button and the handle will just slide out. And with the parent handle, which now becomes the handle, we just slot that back in. Now again, as the child grows, this handle then can be extended. It locks out at that height, and that button there locks it in place, but with the clamp that will lock at any intermediate height that you so desire for your child. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, with regards to the flashing lights that we swapped out from the parent to the toddler when the toddler was sitting on it, if you want to swap them back so it's now into the parent handle, which is now the main handle for the child, is you can do that, and you just do that in exactly the same way. So we showed you how to do that at the beginning of the video. So here we have the Mini to Grow in its final form, so up to the ages of 3 to 6, again depending on your child's size and confidence, with its light bulbs switched over, and also the new design moonlights, which look even more effective in the dark. There you go. What child is not going to want to scoot down the road looking like that?